ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थे सुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 59, verse number 1. So in the previous chapter we studied Krishna's marriage to various girls, Satyabhama, Nagnijiti, Satya, Bhadra, and so on, Kalindi. So in this one also as a continuation, she is going to marry another 16,000. 8 into 2, 16 plus 3 zeros in front. So, Tanmay, you have some question?
Babaji, about these marriages, we see that Krishna, no, a lot of times. Sorry.
Could not hear.
Is that's accepting that? So that's accepting. So
Yes. Polygamy was accepted.
okay.
Yeah, people.
It's not polygamy. I'm talking about his cousin. So we see that he marries his cousins a lot. You know.
Yeah, so in some parts, if you know South India, this is very common in South India. In fact, this is the first preference, that you marry your maternal uncle's daughter or father's sister's daughter. This is very, very common in South India. So in some parts of India it is allowed, but not in North India. North India is completely taboo. You'll never see any examples like that. So different traditions. Sri Raja Uvacha Yatha hato bhagavata bhaumo yena cha tah striyah niruddha etadachakshva vikramam sangdhanvanaha. So King Parikshit Maharaj, he asked a question that please describe to me how Bhaumasura was killed by Bhagavan Sarang Dhanvana. That is Krishna, who has a bow called Sharang. And how is that these girls, they were incarcerated or arrested or kept in captivity by Bhaumasura? What is the story of that? This is the question. There is commentary. Shakra prokto harir bhaumam ahanam prapatada hritaha stri sahasrani yuna shashtitame dyutarumarhat tatha. So in this Un Shashtitama, that is 59th chapter, there is a description that how Indra, he came and he informed Sri Krishna that Bhaumasura has snatched away the items like earrings, etc., which will be described. So then Krishna goes and kills Bhaumasura and also gets the 16,000 girls from there. He also goes to Svargaloka and brings the Kalpataru Vriksha, this Parijata tree from there. Parijata is also Kalpataru. So that's the story described here. Yena ta striyo niruddha sa bhaumo yatha bhagavata hata etad achakshva ityanva. So the construction of the sentence in the sloka is that the person by whom these girls were captured, that Bhaumasura, how was he killed by Bhagavan? Please describe that. Etaditi vishnasti vikramiti. And then etad achakshva means he's saying that this is what I want to hear. Means describe me his vikram, his valor, his power, his strength. Sri Shuka Vacha, Sri Shukdev Goswami begins describing. Indrena hrita chatrena hrita kundala bandhuna hrita maridri sthanena nyapito bhauma cheshtitam. So Indra came to Dwarka and he lodged a complaint to Sri Krishna against Bhaumasura. So what was the complaint? That he has snatched away the umbrella of Varuna. Varuna has a very nice umbrella from which water drips and cools you if you are walking in the summer. And Hritkundala Bandhuna. And he has also taken away the earrings of Indra's mother Aditi, some special earrings. And Hritam Amaradri Sthana. And he has also possessed the Adristhan, top of this mountain called Mani Parvata, which is used by the Devas for their picnic. So he has occupied that. So this was informed by Indra to Bhagavan that this is what Bhaumasura is doing. So he did not explain what was the complaint, just informing, or he wanted them back, but it's understood that his intention was, which is not stated here, that you please kill him and get these articles back. So Sabharyo Garudarudha Prag Jyotishpuram Yayavu. So then Krishna, after hearing the complaint from Indra, he called for his private jet Garuda, because it's far away. Prag Jyotishpur is somewhere in Assam, that area. So he called for Garuda and he flew along with his wife, which is Satyabhama. The main name is not mentioned. So he arrived in Prag Jyotishpur. That's where this Asura was living. So there will be a very interesting fight, good fight coming now. So comment is Hrita Kshatrena iti Varunasya Kshatraharana iti Devendratvat Tasyeva Kshatram Hritam Abhut. So umbrella did not belong to Indra, but still it is called in the sloka Hrita Chatra. What is this? So because Indra is the king of the Devas, so although the umbrella belonged to Varuna, but because Indra is the chief of the Devas, so it is described here as if it was his umbrella. That's what he is commenting here. Tathoktam hrite kundale yasya sa. And also the earrings were stolen. Bandhur mata yasya teina hritam. So whose earrings? The sloka says bandhu, relative. It was his mother, Aditi. Amaradri sthanam mandara shringam mani parvatakhyam yasya teina. And this is the place on the top of a mountain which is called Mani Parvata. So on the peak of the mountain, so that also has been occupied by Bhaumasura. Indrena Bhaumasya Cheshtitam Chatra Haranadikam Jnapitaha Sanyayav. So when Krishna was informed like this by Indra, all these activities, then Krishna, he went to Prag Jyotishpur. He went there with his wife, but he already had 8 wives. So which wife? So he says Bharyaya Satyabhamaya Sahita iti. So he went along with Satyabhama. Why specifically Satyabhama? Was there any specific reason? Was she the favorite one? Or there was some other reason? So he says Tvadanugya eva Tvatputram Hanishyami iti bhumya yaduktam tat satyam kartum savibhutya bhumya saha. So when Varahadev and Bhudevi, they were together and the son was born, but the son was born by very birth, he looked not very good. So it is described that he was born with a human head in his mouth. So then the Bhumi said, please do not kill him. Otherwise Varahadev would have killed. He was already in the killing mode. He has killed Hiranyaksha. Just before that, now came the son. He would kill, because one of the quality of Bhagavan is Vairagya. Right? Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yasya shriya gyan vairagyasya. So he can kill his own son if he is not following dharma. So then she said that please do not kill. So he said, okay, I will not kill unless you tell me to kill. So she said, okay. So that's why he took Satyabhama, because Satyabhama is a vibhuti of Bhudevi. So when she will say kill, then he will kill. Sacha Mahayuddha Sankate Tadaeva Jahimam iti anugyasyate nanyadaiti. So only when she will say that, when Krishna will seem like as if he is in trouble, then she will say, kill him. Why are you not killing him? You killed so many people, why is that you are sparing him? So he says, then he will kill him. So Krishna already knew this. So therefore he says to keep his word, Satyam Kartum Sarvbhutya. Naradanita Parijat Puspasya Rukmanyai Pradhanat Kupitam Satyabhamam Santvayan Tubhyam Tad Vrikshamema Dashyami iti Pratishrutya Shakrat Tad Aharan Samarthyata Darshitum Tam Sange Nitvaniti. And there was another purpose of taking her along with him, is that Narada Rishi, who always creates some very interesting plot. So once he came to Dwarka with a parijata flower and gave it to Krishna, and Krishna gave it to Rukmani, or rather Narada Muni. No, I think he gave to Krishna and Krishna to Rukmani. So when Satyabhama came to know that she got the parijata flower from Swargaloka and not me, so she got very upset. So Krishna said, don't be upset. She only got the flower, I will give you the tree. So I will get the tree and plant it in your courtyard, and don't allow anyone to pick the flowers. All for you. So then she got happy. So Tubhyam Tad Vrikshameva Dasyami. So therefore he is taking her, because after that he will go to Swargaloka and get the plant. So he needs somebody to hold the plant backside, right? Like you sit in the mobike, the front guy is driving and the back guy holds the part of the plant. So then she can have it. And if she is with him, then otherwise if he brings, the others will say, oh, give me, then he will be in trouble. So she already has it. Now nobody will ask for it. So he says Krishna is intelligent. So you have to know how to deal with people and not cause trouble to yourself. So this is called smartness. Otherwise imagine he brings the plant, then there will be big chaos. Rukmani will say, bring it to me. Satyabhama, bring it to me. Kalandi says, no, give to me. So to whom he will give? Giri Durgai Shastra Durgair Jalagni Anila Durgamam Murapashayutair Ghorai Dridhai Sarvata Avritam. So this Bhaumasura was living in a Durga, in a fort. And fort was very well protected. You can live in a fort. Fort is strong anyway, they have tall walls. You cannot enter into them. Strong gate, close it from inside, no one can get in. So, but besides that, he had many coverings of the fort. So he was very protective of himself. This is the nature of the people, those who are criminal type of people. They are very much afraid of their own death. So they keep themselves very well protected, a lot of security around them. right? Jet security. So he has Shastra Durgai. So first outside there are a lot of weapons. Like you put some missiles around the fort. Enemy comes, just shoot the guy from far. Then there is a moat, Jala. So you have to go through the water. Then fire, Agni. So then there was, like you can have electric fencing. Do for the monkeys. So you touch it, you get a shock. So it has also like that. Then there was also wind, Anila. There was a covering of some poisonous gas. So you go there, you faint with it. So Durgamam, this is how he was protecting himself. And then inside that, there were the barbed wire of Mura demon. Mura Pasha Ayutair Ghora Dirdhai. Many rounds of the Mura Pasha. Mura is the demon. That's why Krishna is called Murari, because he is the killer of the Mura. So this is the last covering of the fort. So you go there, then a lot of, like they have this barbed wire fencing. So very special design, and 1,000 rounds of that. Not that you have one round and monkey goes inside it also. These monkeys, they go inside. They don't care. So Sarvata Avritam. So this is how he was completely covered from all sides. So Jala Agni Anilaischa Sarvato Vartmanair Durgamam. So therefore it was very difficult to reach him inside without his permission. Unless you go by some helicopter or send something by a drone. That's why Krishna is going by a drone. He's going on a Garuda, So you see, Krishna is already planning. If he goes by chariot, horse, elephant, how will he enter there? So he says, don't worry, I have a solution for you. I come with my fighter jet. So therefore he is up. Gadaya nirbhivedadrin shastra durgani sayakaihi chakrena agni jalam vayu murpan sanscha tathasina. So Krishna, he destroyed everything. He used his club to break the mountain. There was also a mountain around it. So he smashed the mountain, and also all these coverings of Shastra, Durga, etc. with the arrows. He shot arrows and Chakrena Agni, and he sent his Sudarshan Chakra to extinguish the fire, and the water evaporated and wind get out from here, don't be here. And then the Murpasha Tathasina, then he took the sword himself and cut these wires. So his sword is called Nandaka. So he used the Nandaka, Chakra, Saranga, and his club Kaumudiki. So he used all his weapons. That's why he has different types of weapons. So then, when he has demolished all the covering, so this is how the Jiva lives, covered by various coverings, does not want any devotion to enter. We cover also ourselves, right, with various types of fencings, arguments. There is no God. Where is God? Show me if there is God. There is no next life. All types of, these are the coverings. So when Krishna came, all his weapons are to remove that nonsense. That's why they're called Kaumodiki, Nandaka. They give pleasure. And then finally he blows his Panchajanya. Panchajanya Hrishikesha. So Shankhanadena Yantrani Hridayani Manashvinam Prakaram Gadya Gurvya Nirbibedha Gadadhara. So then Krishna, he also has his own conch, so he blew the conch. And when he blew the conch, there were also some machines there to shoot some missiles. But they were just like you have aeroplane, when the airplane is taking off, they say that turn off all your electronic equipment, right? Why do they say that? Because the vibration can disturb the plane's takeoff, So all these things work on the vibration. So he also had machines which worked on vibration. So Krishna blew his mobile phone. Strong vibration he sent. So all these instruments, they became defunct. Yantrani, all the machinery, stopped working. And Hridayani Manishvinam, and all the Daityas who were there protecting this machinery, their hearts tore off, like what you call the blood pumping in the heart, and they could not reach the hospital for any surgery or anything. Before they could do anything, Govinda Namo Namah. So after this was done, then he comes to the final boundary of the fort. So then he takes his club. It's like a big hammer, So he starts hitting the boundary wall of the fort. Prakaram Gadya Gurvya. It is very heavy, Guru. And his name is Gadadhar here. So that's why he has one name as Gadadhar. So Nirbibeda, he broke that. Any commentary? Manashvinam, Suranam, Yantratulyani, Hridayani, Nirbibeda. He gives another commentary. He says, it is actually the heart of these people which were like machines. They broke down by the sound of the conch. Panchajanya dhvanim shrutva yugantashni bhishanam murashayana uttasthau daitya panchashira jalat. So when he made this sound from the Panchajanya conch, that sound was very, very terrifying. Bhishanam. It was just like when rainy season suddenly you hear big thunder, and sometimes it goes on thundering one after another. So this was thundering which happens at the end of the yuga. When it's time for dissolution, then it rains for 100 years. Then winds blow for 100 years. Then fire for 100 years. Everything turns into ashes. A lot of bhasma. So those people who would like to put bhasma, there's plenty available at that time. So Mura, this demon called Mura, he was sleeping inside the water, relaxing. So he woke up and he was very angry. He has 5 heads, Panchashira, but he sleeps inside the water. So no disturbance. But this sound went inside the water also. Sound can travel in the water. So it traveled. So he was sleeping in a soundproof room, but still the Panchajanya sound entered. Yugant Ashner Dhvani Vad Bhishnam iti Shatrunam eva mallanam asni itivat parikhaya jalat. So he says that this sound of Krishna's conch, which was like the thunder sound of which happens at the end of at the time of dissolution, this was actually heard only by the asuras, because that's how they're moved. Just like when Krishna entered, then Mallanam Asni Nirnam Narvara Strinam Smaro Murtiman. So Krishna appeared differently to different people. So therefore this terrifying sound was not heard by other people, normal people, but only the asuras heard it. So then he came out from the water. Trishulam udyamya sudurnirikshano yuganta suryanalarochirulbunaha grashanstiloki panchabhir mukhair abhidravatarksha sutam yathorgaha. So he came out and he saw Krishna and he saw so much destruction happened. So he was very angry. And he took his trident, Trishula. Trishulam udyamya sudurnirikshano, and it was very difficult to look at him because he was shining like sun, yuganta suryanal rochir ulbana, just like the sun which shines at the time of dissolution, because the sun becomes 100 times more powerful at that time. It burns. So this is how he appeared. And Grashans Triloki Miva, as if he was going to just swallow all the three worlds with his 5 mouth, because he has 5 head. And he ran towards Krishna. But his running towards Krishna was just like a snake who runs to Garuda. So Garuda feels quite happy because he doesn't have to make any effort, the food is coming to him. So Tarksha Sutam Yathorgaha. So that's how he came, running towards Krishna, like a moth running to the fire. Then what he did, Avidha Shulam Tarsa Garutmate Nirashya Vaktraivena Datsa Panchabhihi Sarodasi Sarvadishorantaram Mahanapuryan Nandakataham Avranot. So he threw the Trishula on Garuda, means towards Garuda. He, like, you have seen how they throw the javelin, so you have to put the force. So he took it in hand and rotated it up and down to get momentum, and then he threw it. And after throwing, if you have seen like those who throw shot put, after that they make a big sound. Have you seen? You not seen? Anyone throwing javelin or throwing something? Then when they throw, then big sound comes from their mouth. So he also did that. So Nirashya Vaktrai Venadatsa Panchabhi. So after he threw it, then he made a big sound, but he had 5 mouths. So it was very terrifying sound. It filled up the whole space between earth and sky. Mahanapuryan Andakataham Avranot. And then its sound spread throughout the universe. It was such a roaring sound. Andakataha means the Brahmanda. Kataha is like a big cauldron. So it is compared like that. Kataha upside down, because the bottom part is filled with water where Mahavishnu, where Garbhodaksha Vishnu sleeps, and above is empty. So the sound traveled all around. So avidya bhramitva sa mahan nada ityartha. So rotating the Trishul, then he threw it. And Krishna did not take any chance. So Garutmate Garutmati apatadeva natu apatitam tasmai Sri Krishnaya sopi maropi. तदापतद्वै त्रिशिखं गरुत्मते हरिसराभ्यामभिनत्रिधौजसा मुखेषु तं चापि शरैरताडयत् तस्मै गदां सोऽपि रुषा व्यमुञ्चत. So when the Trishul, this trident was coming, then it was aimed at Garuda, Trishikham. So then Krishna took his bow and arrow and he cut it into 3 pieces. Because it's called Trishul. Right? Trident. So he made 3 dents into it. That's called trident. So he made 3 arrows, 3 dents, and it broke into 3 pieces. That's how it got the name trident. And mukheshu tam chapi sharairatādyat. And then what he did, that because his mouth was still open, so Krishna shot arrows into his mouth. He says, keep shut. Just like Eklavya did to the dog who was barking. So he filled his mouth with the arrows, so he could not close it. This remained open. So Krishna said, you want arrows? That's all I have. That's the food on the battlefield. So mukheshu tam chapi sharairatādyat. So he filled his mouth with arrows. And tasmai gada sopi rusha vyamunchat. And then he was very angry, so he tried to hit Krishna with his club. Any comment? So Krishna sopi murguro murapi. So this demon also threw a club at him to hit him. Tamapatantim gadaya gadam mridhe gadagrajo nirbibhidhe sahasradha udyamya bahunna vidhavato jitah shiramsi chakrena Jahara-līlaya. So when the club was coming towards Krishna, then Krishna, who is called Gadagraja, so Gadaya Gadam Mridhe Gadagrajo Nirvidhe. It's making little alliteration. So Krishna broke this club, this Gada of the Mura into 1,000 pieces with his own club. So he hit the club with his own club and smashed it into pieces like you will break a glass. Some big piece of glass is coming and you hit it with a big stone and it shatters. Like that he shattered his club with his club. So then this guy, he does not have a trident, he does not have a club anymore. So he just lifted his arms up and he ran towards Krishna. Udyamya bahu na vidhavato. Then what Krishna did, he threw his chakra at him and cut his 5 heads. So Siramsi chakrena Jahara-līlā, just like play. So that's how he killed Mura and he got the name Murari. So Udyamya uchchikritya vidhavato Murasya. He was running with his raised arms. Because crazy guy does not understand that what are you doing. Of course, maybe he was intelligent that I will get mukti. Why leave this? Why miss this opportunity? Vyasu papatambasi kritta shirsho nikritta shringo dririvendra tejasa tasyatmaja shapta pitur vadhatura pratikriya marshajusai samudyata. So he fell down without any life into the water because he came out from the water. So Krishna said, you are relaxing, now go and relax permanently. Why are you making this effort? And if you want to relax inside the water, better don't breathe. So he make him breathless. Right? Vyasu means without breath. So without breath, he sent him inside the water. Papata ambasi, fell down, krita shirsha, and he did not have his heads now. So Nikrita Shringo Adri Indra Tejasa. So he looked like a mountain whose peaks have been smashed by Indra. Indra once upon a time went around cutting the peaks of the mountains. So then he did that. He fell like that. So then he had 7 sons. So when they saw the father being killed, then they came running. Tasyatmaja Shapta Pitur Vadhatura. So they were very much disturbed by the killing of their father. Pratikriya Amarsa Jushay Samuddhita. So they reacted, being intolerant and angry. So they were ready to attack Krishna. And who are these 7? Their names are given here. Tamra, Antariksha, Shravano, Vibhavasur, Vasur, Nabhaswana, Arunascha, Saptama. These are the 7 sons. Tamra, Antariksha, Shravana, Vibhavasu, Vasu, Nabhaswan and Aruna. And Pitham Puraskritya Chamupatim Mridhe Bhaume Prayukta Niragandhritayudha. So they also had a leader in front of him whose name was Pitha. So he came, he was leading the army. They had other people also. So they came to have fight with Krishna. Bhauma Prayukta Niragandha Dhritayudha. All of them, they came to have the battle with weapons in their hand and engaged by Bhaumasura. Engaged by Bhaumasura means he must have told them, let's go and fight. But before they could even come, he was already gone. So now they have to take revenge. So Indra Tejsa Vajrena Pratikriya Hetu Bhutya Amarshi Yukta. So he fell down like the mountain cut by the thunderbolt of Indra. And then his sons, they were full of rage. So they came. So now some little fight here, little interesting fight. Prayunjata asadya sarana singadaha shakti rishti shalan najite rusholbanaha tachastra-kutam bhagavan swamarganair amoghavirya stilasaschakartaha. So there were many of them, and these 7 brothers headed by Pitha. So they threw all types of weapons at Krishna from all sides. So they had arrows, swords, clubs, special type of arrows called Shakti, Rishti, then trident. So all these things they threw, and they were very terribly angry at him. So all these weapons, when they came to Krishna, Krishna cut all of them with his arrows, because he is called Amogha Virya. He cannot be subdued by anyone. So Talasa, Krishna did not only cut the weapons, but he turned them into dust. He was cutting them like that. Special art, so that they cannot even use it again. Sometimes arrow you throw, nothing happens, pick it up again and use it again. What is that? So he says no. He made powder of everything. Tilasaschakartaha. Tan pitha mukhyān anayad yamakshayam nikritta sirshoru bhujangri varmanaha swani kapana chuta chakra sayakais tatha nirasthan narko dharasutaha. So all these people which were headed by Pitha, Krishna sent them to Yamloka, Yamakshayam. Kshayam also means residence, Yamakshayam. And Nikritta Sirsha Uru Bhujangri Varmana. So their heads were cut, their thighs, their arms, their armors, everything was cut into pieces. Krishna was really fighting ferociously, cutting everything left, right, making chutney. Anything which came in front was finished. So Swanika Pan Achyuta Chakra Sayakais Tatha Nirastan Narko Dharasuta. So now who is remaining is the son of earth, Narakasura. So that's why it's called Naraka. Why is called Naraka? Naraka is a word used for hell. But he is called Naraka because Ka also means head. Because he was born with the head of a Nara. Nara means human being. He had a human head in his mouth when he came out. So therefore his name was Naraka. Bhauma because he is son of Bhumi. But the same name actually is Naraka. Narakasura. So now Narakasura, finally he saw that everyone is finished. So he has to come up now. So he saw that all his army has been cut into pieces by the chakra of Achyuta. So Niriksha Durmarshana Ashravan Madair Gajaihi Payodhi Prabhai Nirakramat Drishtva Sabharyam Garudo Paristitam Suryo Parishtat Satadid Ghanam Yatha. So he came out with a big army of elephants. And these elephants were like very mad with this liquid oozing out from their temples. And he appeared just like the elephant, just like the raindrops falling from the clouds. So Narakasura, he saw Krishna along with his wife sitting on top of Garuda. And he appeared just like cloud with lightning surrounded by sunlight, because Krishna is cloud color and Satyabhama is lightning, Gaurvarman. So that's how he saw them. Yamakshayam Yamaniyam Adi Ashtang Yogasthan Mokshamiti Vastavartha. So he is giving another meaning to Yamakshaya. He says Yamakshaya means that now they don't have to follow Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi because they got moksha. So end of all yamas. Krishna satasmai vyashrjat shatagnim ghanim yodhascha sarvair yugpatsma vivyadho. So when he came out and saw Krishna sitting on top of the Garuda, then he threw away one weapon at Krishna which is called Shatagni. There are various types of weapons. It can kill 100 people in one shot. Shakti Vishesham. So this is the one which he threw at Krishna. Krishnam satasmai vyasrijat shatagnim. And all other army people simultaneously they all attacked Krishna. Tad bhaum sainyam bhagwan gadagrajo vichitravajair nishitai shili mukhaihi nikritta bahur shiro dhravigraham chakara tarhyeva hatashva kunjaram. So Bhagwan Gadagraja, who is the elder brother of Gada, he used very special type of arrows which had feathers in it, so they could fly. So with that, Krishna cut the army of enemy. Their arms and head were all falling on the ground, and killed all the elephants, horses, etc. So this is what happened. A lot of killing going on. Some more is remaining, then it will be over. Yani yodhai prayuktani shastrastrani kurudvaha haristani achinattikshnai saraire kai stribhihi. So whatever weapons the enemy's army used to attack Sri Krishna cut all of them, and each one of them with 3 arrows. So he was completely demolishing all their weapons. Uhiyamana Suparnena Pakshabhyam Nignata Gajan Garutmata Hanyamana Pakshina Khair Gajaha. And now after so much of fighting, Garuda also came little war mood. So he was hitting the elephants with his wings. And his wings are very strong. So if he hits, then elephant is gone. His wing is so powerful that Indra threw Vajra at him. Nothing happened to him. But he says, Indra, since you're throwing a Vajra at me, I drop one feather. So he dropped one feather to respect Indra. He says, don't worry, you cannot do anything to me. So now he was killing the elephants. And he was also using his beak to attack them. And also his claws, everything. Because Krishna is sitting on top, so he is hitting from the sides, hitting with the beak. So he is also helping. He is not just carrying them. Parameva vishannarta narko yuddhi ayudhyata drishtva vidravitam sanyam garunayardita svakam. So finally what happened? That Purameva Avishan Artha. So all these elephants, they started running back. They got so scared of Garuda that they entered inside the city. And Narka remained alone. Yudhya Yudhyata. Everybody ran away. So Drishtva Vidravitam Sanyam Garudena Ardita Swakam. And he saw that his army is running away, being attacked by Garuda. Not so much by Krishna, but Garuda. Tam bhauma praharat shaktya vajra pratihito yataha nakampattaya vidho mala hatai vadvipa. So then what he did, that he threw his Shakti, special weapon, at Garuda, thinking that this Garuda is very troublesome, I kill him, then Krishna will also come down, then I'll take care of him. So he threw, and this Shakti is so powerful that it had cut Indra's Vajra. Vajra were not able to take match with it. So Vajra prati hatoyata. But when he hit Garuda with it, he did not even move. Na kampattaya vidho. It was just like you hit an elephant with a garland. That's how it felt. So Bhaumasura was surprised that, what is this? He was thinking that Garuda will fall dead, but nothing happened. Shulam bhaumachyutaham hantum madade vitathodhyamaha tadvisargat purvameva narkasya shirohari apaharad gajasthasya chakrene kshuranемina. So now he took a trident, Shula, and to kill Krishna, to attack him. And with great force, he was about to release it on Krishna. But before he could release it, Krishna chopped off his head. So he remained with it in his hand, without a head. Sakundalam charu kirita bhushnam babhau prithivyam patitam samujvalat haheti sadhu iti rishya sureshwara malir mukundam vikirantaidire. So his head, which was decorated with nice earrings and very beautiful helmet and other ornaments, so it fell onto the ground because he was sitting on an elephant. But his head was still shining. So samujvalat patitam prithivyam. So all the haheti sadhu iti rishya sureshwara. So all the Rakshasas say ha ha. Means alas, alas, Bhaumasura is dead. And the sages, they say sadhu, sadhu, well done, well done. So Sureshwara and the Devas, Malir Mukundam Vikirantam Idire. So they showered flowers and garland on Sri Krishna, worshipped him. Tatascha Bhu Krishnam upetya kundale pratapta jambunada ratna bhashvare sarvai jayantya vanamalayarpya prachetasham chhatramatho mahamanim. So at that time Bhudevi appeared there, who was the mother, and she reached Krishna and gave him the earrings which were made from gold, very shiny. And Sarvajayantya, she also gave Vajanti Mala, Savajayantya and one Mala, 2 different types of garland. Vajanti which makes 5 types of flower, one Mala which goes up to the feet. And she also brought the Chhatra, Prachetas. Prachetas means Varuna, Athavan Mahamani. And that some gem which belonged to that mountain, she also offered it. Astashidat Vishvesham Devi Devavararchitam Pranjali Pranata Rajan Bhakti Pravanaya Dhiya. And then she recited beautiful prayers to Vishvesh Bhagavan, who is worshipped by the Devas, with joined palms and bowed head, with great devotion. So then next will come the prayers, and we will read them tomorrow. There is little commentary, not much. Tatascha amogashul hastam bhaumamalaksha shigramimam jahi iti satyabhama yokta krishnastam jaghana ityaha. When he was about to throw this Trishula at Krishna, that time Satyabhama said, kill him, kill him. And then only Krishna killed him. Ha heti ha vishade shugartishu. The word ha is used in distressful situation, or when you are in grief. Nindayam chirshami. Ha papishta narka ha vishwadike tvam yan mritas tat sadhu sadhu iti uchu vikiranta achadinta. They were saying that, oh sinful Narka, the disturber of the whole world, it is very nice that you have died. And they was covered him with flowers and garland. Mahamani is Mani Parvat. Now there will be prayers by Mother Earth. Then they will go to Swargaloka. We'll stop here if there is any question to ask. Okay.